This thing on?
Are we on yet? There we go.
Good evening, Melrosians all around the world. I'm Tom Catalini.
I'm Jen LeClaire.
I'm Sam.
I'm Tom Shampoo.
And that's Sam Hammer. And this is Let's Talk Melrose.
What?
Melrose.
Try it again, Sam. You're live
I'm
now.
Sam. Let me check my Wi-Fi. All right. I'm so
No, we heard you. You just talked over each
Tom
other.
kind of stepped on you.
Oh.
I was trying to gloss over it.
I didn't hear you. You were
I was
frozen.
trying to keep the team collaborating in a positive spirit moving forward. Because this is Let's Talk Melrose. Melrose, a show where Melrosians talk to Melrosians about Melrose. And wow, what a week it's been in Melrose.
Totally.
Crazy.
Tom Catalini, you are like the new Dick Clark of Melrose. I swear to God. You shepherded us through Home for Holidays, the tree countdown, your outfit, everything was amazing. So if anybody didn't go downtown, Home for the Holidays was off the chain this year. We're back. Shout out to the Chamber of Commerce and everybody who was involved in producing this event. Two key lessons
from the front lines. One is always pair yourself with somebody with actual talent and mask your own lack of talent with a cool outfit. And that's the winning formula. So
absolutely.
Great formula.
I stand by that.
Tried and true.
Charlotte Pierce did
we have a picture.
We
job.
do. We have a few photos. Yeah, let's show some.
Get up
some
here.
highlights.
Here we go. Here's one
Okay.
Tom Catalini /
Tom Catalini upstaging our Mayor Broder for this with bullhorn in hand. Amazing. You look amazing.
Yeah.
What else?
We have
what
the
else happened
crowd. The
that
crowd
weekend?
shot. There was quite a
Look
crowd
at
there.
that.
Look at
That was a big
on Main
crowd.
Street.
Yeah, that was super, super fun. It was so nice to have the community back together and outside.
Right.
It was incredible. Do we have the Melrose drumline? Were we able to get that?
We were not.
No,
Thank you, Jess Dugan. Thank you very much for sending it to me. But I, in my klutzy manner, can't for some reason transfer stuff from my phone to my laptop to get it to upload. I got all kinds
Maybe
of
that is worth trying again next week to show because it's so cool. So shout out to the Melrose.
If you're watching, send it to me and I'll get it going.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
That's
So that was fantastic. Also, the Melrose Band Christmas tree sale. Also, again, like okay, look at those lights. How did that happen? How did those lights? How did they get those lights looking like that?
That's a great question. I'm not
oh
sure.
my God!
Oh, that's
Just like that.
Let's just
we
pat
have a lot
ourselves
of
on the
pictures
back.
today. A lot of pictures, man.
It was a fun weekend. It was fun to oh my God, what a Melrose weekend to just hang out. And
It was so much fun. Key strategy was Santa gave us cover when he went down in the fire truck. Stephanie and I got in the minivan and drove right over to that tree sale to grab something before we were all gone.
Yes. It was great.
I hate to say I did miss most of it. I'm sorry, Tom.
Well, you had your booster, right?
I got boosted and it took me out for a little bit on Friday.
Yep.
And then I did make it to the band tree sale because we'd love to stop over and I got another video to share later. But I have to get every year. I like to get my stumps.
The stumps with the candles. It does look gorgeous. Those are nice stumps.
Thank you.
For sure.
And then Saturday I was totally done. I was not.
Oh, really? Oh.
Mostly by choice, but also I didn't feel good.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
So I missed everything.
Linda and I got our tree as well on Friday night at the band tree sale. Very lovely tree this year.
Yeah, it was good. So we had to go back. So our strategy was first to show up right at 5, and the line went around the block and up to the gym. And so we just kept on going and went down to check out Santa, make sure I put a good word in for the Martin family, and cheer on Tom and everybody, and then we went back later, and it was fine.
Yeah, so, we were there about 5:30, and the line was still about 10 or 15 people. And then we went in, got our tree, and we're leaving. And as we were leaving at 6, there was nobody in line at all. So it was just the first hour, I think.
So shout out to Jen Manning and everybody at the Chamber of Commerce and all the sponsors. Thank you so much for bringing that back to Melrose. It was really something. This community is fantastic. Yeah. Can I take a personal second and give a shout out to my classmates? So. Yes. So this one's a personal one for me. So as you guys know, other folks learned how to make sourdough bread and learned how to knit. I am nuts. And so during the pandemic, I went to grad school because I'm crazy. But I'm currently just finishing up a class called Creative Cultural Entrepreneurship. With Wendy Swart-Grossman of Creative Reframe. Shout out to her. She's an amazing, amazing professor. And the students in the class got to pitch ideas for things that they wanted to kind of bring to market. And I'm super busy with a bunch of other projects. And so I was like, I want to be on somebody else's team. I just want to join another team. I'm not going to just spearhead my own project. So a couple of my classmates, their names are Rui and Yishuan. They're international students from China. They had an idea to launch a network by and for students at BU and MassArt to elevate the voices of Asian female visual arts students. They are underrepresented in the visual arts market. And so I joined their team and we did our pitch presentation to a panel of judges and our fellow classmates and audience members. Our team is called Power by Her. And shout out to our team because we won the Audience Choice Award last night. Yes. So this is the vision and real experience, frankly, of my classmates, Rui and Yishuan. And so I just wanted to give them a shout out. They are brilliant, and I'm so proud to be part of their team.
Congrats.
Yeah, I brought the merch. I made T-shirts. That was my contribution.
Hey, when are you guys dropping your first NFT? I want to get in on the ground floor.
Good question. I don't know. Not my strength.
All right, well, keep us posted.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It was fun. It was extraordinary night.
I think we won that on this show.
Yeah.
Best live show on Facebook at 8:30 on Tuesdays or something like that.
Something like that. Thanks, Steve. Okay,
I'm gonna get Steve the air horn. I'm gonna get Steve the air horn app for Christmas. Now I know he's running low. I should NFT that bad boy.
Yeah,
get the money around here.
And thank you, Gail. Thank you very much. Okay, let's go. It's time to get into the news.
Yes, it is.
And now for the news.
I don't know how to do the news without the picture.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
You got to get in a newsy mood.
Yeah. Go ahead, Tom.
All right. Yeah. Somebody put my name next to this. The 80th anniversary of the Pearl Harbor attacks was today, December 7th, the day that will live on in infamy. And it is. I saw on the news tonight, it was a nice segment where there were 4 or 5 soldiers still alive who were there and survived the attacks that day. And it was a crazy day in Hawaii with flooding. They got like over a foot of rain. So it was kind of a crazy environment, but they pulled off the event just the same. And it was nice to see some of the folks who were actually there and survived it coming back to see that it is remembered in our history. And so, there you have it.
Something else. 80 years ago. That's insane. Yeah.
So these guys are 95, 98, 100.
I was going to say,
102. They're like 102, 103.
I was kind of thinking about that. I was like, how is that possible? Okay.
So the oldest guy was 22 at the time. So he's either 102 or 103. So you got to be up. You're in the triple digit club.
Yeah.
Okay. That by itself is another just extraordinary thing. Kudos to those guys. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there you have it. Well, the other thing we're trying to monitor, I guess Sam's going to tell us about what's going on with the school committee and the search for a new logo and mascot. Seems the Red Raider and Indian themed logo is going by the wayside, and we're trying to figure out how to replace it. Jason Merrill had a pitch, and then there was some hubbub that maybe that's a school committee decision. So, Sam, what are you hearing on that?
So there was a meeting tonight, and I did catch the first half an hour or so, which included public comment, which is really good to hear. But basically tonight, Principal Merrill did present the process for how they're going to make this decision. And so there's a committee. I didn't really see who was on the committee tonight. I think they had some people up there answering questions. That was the exciting part that I missed. But I think during public comment, there were a few folks up there who, oh my God.
Teddy has a public comment.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Who is that?
Who's that?
Who is that? I couldn't see.
BT.
Oh, okay.
I may have to come back.
All right.
But there was a call for more community input, more community engagement anyway. So like people are providing public comment. They're putting one-way communication on Facebook in the form of hundreds and hundreds of comments every time the Patch posts an article. That I think there was a call tonight to make some space within the timeline around community engagement, like a dialogue, like a real conversation.
Yeah.
So we'll see what that looks like. I think Jen Rossi Thomas underscored that sentiment when she spoke after, but hats off to Gail Inferno, who was our first public commenter of the night through the internet, who spoke very eloquently. Yep. Yeah. Who spoke very eloquently around, like, we might not agree on this thing, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But we need, in order to come to a healthy decision, we need to make this space to talk to one another about hard things. This is the hard thing, the hard conversation that is in front of us right now. Once hopefully, this is my commentary, once we move on from this hard discussion, we can actually get to some hard work that we can do together in the community. But if we keep only spitting at each other all the time and not actually going live conversation, we'll never get out of this cycle.
I thought there was a productive discourse on the Facebook page that was really, really kind of nuanced and thoughtful.
Right.
In a number of different ways.
I
don't know how much more space we need.
It was thoughtful, but in a very strange way. Anyway, thank you for your comments, Gail. I agree. Surveys and the comments on Facebook, it's this kind of like one dimensional discourse. A survey doesn't allow you to kind of hear from someone else, and the Facebook tends to devolve quickly. So thank you. We should put Matt Dugan's public comment up there, because it
feels like a lot of, is it really a big issue? And it feels like a lot of energy is going into this when there's probably other fish to fry, exactly. As we say. And part of me, when I'm, thinking about this and reading through Mike Karaji's Patch article, the comments, and then he was live tweeting a little bit, part of it is like, it's kind of a big deal or being made into a big deal. And part of me is like, I don't know, it's the school's mascot. Just let them do what they want and change it every year if you want or whatever. I don't think this is a big city issue, and I don't know why, because it's easy to latch on to, and it's it has some air of tradition or, whatever, but it's like, why are so many people so vested in this? Like, I don't know, let the school decide what they want to do. And don't worry.
That's a great question. And there are people who want to answer that for you. They want to, they want to give you their answer.
Or have the opportunity to give their answer. But then to your point, or I should say, and then to your point, let's have that discussion and let's go,
I have a friend who's a teacher in Wakefield. I saw her this past weekend, and she was saying that they're going through similar challenges. And it's a very personal connection for people, even if your kids are out of school. There are a lot of people that just want to keep it because they want to keep it, and they think change is just the wrong thing to do. And so, I mean, seriously, but I think people
happens
that's
with
a struggle.
It's just a weird, but change happens everywhere you're looking all the time,
and
with
people
or without
don't like
you.
it. And but so people say stop it, like that. That's how they feel. I guess I'm not saying I agree.
Stop the world! I want to get off.
I'm just saying that they're doing it in other communities. That's all. Sorry, Tom.
Sorry, I keep it interrupt you, but I struggle with that because I feel like there's a backward looking element to that versus why don't we look to the future and how do we adapt and change and do some things differently? And it's not like, is this really the issue to sort of have the ultimate battle over? It really just doesn't feel like it. There's more material things to me.
Yeah, sure.
My two cents. So
I like what you just said there too. Like, let's talk about how do we adapt to change? Like, it can't change it. The change is there, and it's gonna always be there.
The city is like a shark. We're either moving forward or we're dying. Like,
I say
you can't go back.
Yes. I would say you either progress or you regress. There is no neutral.
Yeah. There's nothing in between, right?
Yeah. But to Catalina, like to your point, if people aren't heard or they don't feel heard or they don't feel like they're a part of something, it is already an emotional thing that is already not triggering, but it's already an emotion. It's an emotional decision, and that is what triggers some of the backlash that the community is having.
So that's a fair point. So how, Sam, do we do that conversation? Are you personally going to have coffee with everybody in the city, like it's being talked about on Facebook? Or
just come to Nero.
How do you
Nero?
So you have
every Friday.
So you have this show, which everybody finds engaging and enlightening and for nuanced, thoughtful conversation. But then you have kind of this staid, structured, public meeting with So where do we have this forum? How do we do that, Sam?
I mean, I've seen it done a few times with other hard things. Yes, Sam Coffee Talk. I'll do more listening, I think, hopefully. But we did this. We did like a community forum during the override at the Learning Common, and it was facilitated by Beth McCarthy, who was phenomenal. And there were officials there who could answer questions that people had, like specific logical questions, but other people did stand up and they had the opportunity to voice their opinion in front of others. And that's great. And that they feel heard and people hear them. But then the other side of it was people were able to either then speak their opinion and or respond based on the conversation that was had before. That is one thing. And I'm not sure, Ward Hamilton also spoke, and I think he put in some sort of, if somebody could tell me what the official thing is, some sort of petition for the school committee to have some sort of public forum of this kind. I was trying to follow along, and it was municipal, minutia that I would love to know more about, but basically calling upon the school committee to do this. But there are other ways to do this also, and we can have like the beer summits, right? Like you bring people who don't agree on this issue together, and they don't have to agree. I'm okay with people not agreeing.
So you don't have to agree, but I think what I think Jason Merrill's done well is advertise the process and talk about. So like, as long as you feel like there's a fair process,
yes,
you can disagree with some level of grace,
and that you've had an opportunity to be heard.
Right. So I mean, insofar as that process, there was a community survey that went out, and it's funny, not funny, that you have to be on the internet or you have to be reading the patch and then have access to the internet and be able to do all this stuff. And there were over 1,100 responses. I actually was chatting with Mayor Inferna, who is a highly informed citizen here. She actually listens and pays much closer attention than any of us combined. She did not know of the survey. So by the time a few weeks after I had seen it when we talked about it on the show, I sent it to her, the link to the patch article, and she went to click on the survey to take it, and it was already closed.
Yeah.
So even
how come she's not subscribed to the patch? Wait a minute, there's something wrong with this story.
What is up with that?
But so even that,
she didn't pay the bill this month, I guess.
But even that alone, like the community is responding to things that they're not able to get satisfaction in. So I hear that and I see it, and I feel like we should be able to afford people the opportunity.
I guess, but maybe it's a school thing and it doesn't matter to the whole community.
It might not. I'm sorry, I could go on this all day. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, go ahead. That's fine.
Anyway, I think your point is well taken about the Learning Commons and that kind of space, and like they did that for the library and having a little bit more conversation, because it's just the whether you're even filling out a survey or signing a petition or making a comment online, like it's just too easy to gloss through things and how many threads have you seen? how many threads have you seen or been a part of, and somebody's like making a point or asking a question that's like already addressed if you had read the original thing?
Right.
Even Mike's article on this issue, some people were pointing back to things that are like in the article. And it's like, what do you like? You're just complaining or grousing or saying something, and you haven't even read like the 200 words in this article.
Yeah. So it might not be a community issue. It's a school mascot. It's the school, the students are the ones that are most closely aligned to this, but it's caused the community to go into a level of toxicity that I'm not comfortable with, and I'm not okay sitting idle by. So I just feel, regardless of whatever the thing is that strikes a nerve, it's our collective responsibility to try to get together to figure out how we can, again, have just a dialogue so you can understand why this really is emotional for people.
Okay, here we go. LTMM is going to sponsor a community detox. We're going to bring in the juice truck and we'll detox together. We'll do a cleanse. We'll do the whole thing, and we'll just get all the toxicity out.
And we'll work the name Hullabaloo into it somehow. Also,
it'll be a blowout.
Oh, speaking of blowouts, we should get right into all of the charitable things that are happening around in Melrose. So the mayor is sponsoring a diaper drive.
Hey, there you go.
Right.
Nice segue.
That's a great
I didn't know where
segue.
this was going. That was a good one.
Oh my God. Speaking of blowouts.
So, okay.
There we go. Where's the trombone?
So this is a new initiative. This is a new initiative. I've not heard about this before. This holiday season, Mayor Broder is inviting residents to donate diapers, unused. Yeah, that was not clear in the flyer. So I don't know why he didn't have us copy edit the flyer, because there are really important details like that are missing. So donate unused diapers to Melrose Wakefield Healthcare. These things are expensive and you need a lot of them. Also, SNAP and WIC benefits do not cover things like diapers. So it's an important element for families who are struggling to afford just the basic quality of life things. What?
Sorry. We just got derailed by
why is he not on the show?
Exactly. Feel free to jump on the link if you can.
Shampoo
Steve.
and a blow. Yes, Steve, do your duty and make a donation today.
So diapers and wipes only may be dropped off through Friday, December 17th at the mayor's office at Melrose City Hall or the Melrose Public Library. All sizes and brands accepted, with some need for the slightly larger sizes, 4 to 6. I cannot believe that he did not ask us to design the flyer. That would have been epic. I'm just saying.
I know. And a t-shirt, accompanying t-shirt.
Why are we not selling t-shirts for this? Okay, right. Next year. Every new program has room for improvement, so I feel like next year we're going to hit this out of the park if only our services are enlisted for this. Sorry.
Next year it should be a mural on the side of the YMCA.
Yes. Why is there not a mural for the mayor's diaper drive?
Boss baby. Hey, so we skipped over a thing we wanted to talk about was Tom Shampoo and some things happening with the Friends of the Fells, right?
Yeah, quickly, just a quick note. I am a friend of the Fells. I get the emails. There was an invitation just this weekend that came through from the Friends of the Fells looking for volunteer guides, hiking leaders. As you all know, I love to go in the woods. I'm there often. So I'm going to be volunteering to be a hiking leader for people. This is in response to the tragic and horrific story a couple of weeks back with the woman in Medford who was attacked in the Fells while hiking early in the morning. So now they're going to be adding
Thanksgiving.
It was a day after Thanksgiving.
The day after Thanksgiving at 8 a.m. Yeah.
So the Friends of the Fells want to add hiking guides and leaders to help people navigate and have some safety. So I'm excited about that. So I'm looking forward to it. I submitted my information and I'm waiting to hear back about when to get started, but it'll be like weekends midday, and I'll be doing hikes probably from Flynn Rank, or maybe even this side off the Fells Way. There's a couple of parking lots on the side of the trailheads. So we'll do
great.
that.
It's so great. And as a
Those lucky people.
I've experienced your hikes before, and I think everyone should leave there knowing how to make their own walking stick and how to
I did show
it's
Sam
invaluable. It's invaluable.
how to break a stick in half.
You are perfect for this, Tom. I mean, not only is it great that you'll be there to just kind of provide that extra level of safety for anyone who feels like they need it, but also there will be no one more knowledgeable and entertaining than you. I feel like this is going to be the start of something.
Right. An experienced woodsman.
The shampoo hour. Shampoo and a blowout. It'll be great. You know?
That's right.
Just a few episodes back, people can see the clip we did one time when I was fortunate enough to go on a Tom Shampoo hike. It is fun, educational, informative. It's everything.
Anyway, so I'm looking forward to it.
Deer with jazz hands.
That's right. Oh my God, all over the place.
Oh my God.
All right, Jen,
Jen,
when we get out of the woods and we're getting ready for the holidays, what happens next?
Oh my gosh. So we talked earlier at the beginning of the show about the kickoff to Home for the Holidays. And obviously the whole purpose of that is to drive shopping business downtown for our local businesses. I got to tell you, I jumped in and did a little bit of shopping downtown. It was amazing. I'm going to struggle to articulate this, but I mean, just what an experience to be able to just like bop around downtown to all the different places, run into your friends and neighbors, buy things from people that you know who have made things by hand or are supporting great causes. We have several great downtown businesses that we all know about, but also Follow Your Art and had a mini gallery going on. They had 40 artists represented in that small space. West Foster Art Collaborative is at the MMTV building. I got to go back there because by the time I got there, I was like tired and hungry and burned out and overwhelmed. There was just so much nice stuff. And then we also have, don't forget, gift cards to our service industries, including we have friends and fans of the show, Clever Girl Organizing, if you want to do something like that. And our friend Janibus Wellness, 20% off through December 15th with holiday. Cannabis products with Janibus Wellness, who's a neighbor here in Melrose. So there's just, I mean, what an experience. I'm trying to stay off. I mean, this is everybody's personal decision, and I know it's convenient and it's not perfect. I'll be on there sometimes, but I'm kind of trying to stay off Amazon this year as much as possible. And I was able to do the majority of my holiday shopping right here. Honestly, it was amazing.
Which reminds me, we should do our Secret Santa thing again.
Oh,
that we did last year.
That's right. We did do drop off on front porches.
We did do that shop. I forgot about that.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
I'm down.
Who's got
it?
Has to be local.
All right, we'll do this off. We'll do this off. Yeah, you have to buy something in town. Okay, we'll do this. We'll do the name drawing off camera, so that we'll do this. We'll figure this out later. So next week we'll do a shop, a present opening. That'll be fun.
Next week's
yay
14th. Yeah.
That's good.
Oh, okay. Or maybe after that. I don't know. Whatever.
Sometime before Christmas.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
I think the fans want to watch us draw the names with drum rolls and all that. Boom, Sam has.
You know what? We'll do some behind the scenes footage and we'll edit it up.
We'll get the intern. We got to get the interns working on that. So the other thing that's going on now too, I picked up the weekly news comes every Friday. So the patch comes conveniently into my inbox every day. But on Friday I like to pick up the print paper. And this last issue was just chocked full of all these amazing things. Enough that I was really struck by it. All this amazing charitable things that Melrosians are doing over the holidays. We listed a bunch of them here. Does anybody want to run through these, or do you want? I put them in here. Do you want me to just run through them?
Yeah, go ahead, Jen.
Go ahead.
So we talked about the diaper drive. There's also the emergency fund. The Melrose YMCA and a couple of the regional YMCAs have their local giving trees where you go in and you grab a mitten or something off the tree, and you have a name, or not a name rather, but something to buy for, usually a toy drive or something like that for families in need. Our good young friend Scarlett Tim sells homemade crochet and knit items. She was at the UU church over home for the holidays, and everything. She's been doing this for like 11 or 12 years, and everything that she sells. What is it?
This stuff's so cute.
Yeah, it's adorable. Little crochet hats and stuff. And all of the proceeds go to saving the North African elephant from extinction. The Preziosa family is collecting men's socks and hats for homeless veterans. You can drop new socks and men's socks and hats at 14 Irison Court up until December 18th, and they'll get those to veterans. Gately Funeral Home is doing a coat drive. And last, but probably not last, but this is all I know about so far. The Melrose Council on Aging, they do this every year. They're launching again their Snow Angels program, and they are seeking adult and high school volunteers to adopt an older adult for the winter and shovel when it snows.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, volunteers are matched with senior citizens kind of nearby in their neighborhood, because you don't want to be driving around in a storm like that. So if you want to volunteer, you can contact the Council on Aging, and we'll throw a phone number up there to do that. So yeah, so there's like all of that, by the way, was in the paper on Friday. Like I pulled everything that I just listed was all just from the community paper. So there's great stuff going on.
And it is amazing that Melrosians step up and really do contribute lots of ways, not just money or gifts or things, but their time, their care, and making sure that neighbors are all keeping up with everybody else. So, yay, Melrose.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. A lot of good energy out there. All right. I think that's our show.
We have this 9 o'clock. Wow.
All right, I do have a video at the end, so when we're done dancing, if you can hold, I'll play the video, and then I'll happily end the broadcast. If it's
okay. Wait a minute. So
we're going to dance first and then the video?
We're confused, Sam. Help us out.
I know, that's just not how it goes.
Sam. What do you want? The theme song
and
then?
Okay.
Yes.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so we won't end it. All right. So I guess this is almost the end.
I'm going to see you very soon to pick names, and everybody else will see you around town.